yeah. Ball in my court, high step is a layup. My life like a movie, just keep moving, it's a trailer. Chefing in my kitchen, got me trying to get my cake up. I thank God for all this coming to me, not straight up.
What is up, Ash? We are back with another episode. Let me get my collar right.
I see you.
Come on, man.
I see you with the polo, with the
Coast, baby.
I don't know, Lacoste, bro.
I see you with
Looking
the
like Shaggy from Scooby Doo.
I've got that before. I've got all kinds of stuff.
That's the exact same shirt he had on. You got the bell bottoms on the bottom. I know the camera ain't showing your feet, but you probably got the bell bottoms, brother.
I've heard a lot of I definitely heard Scooby Doo before. I'm not mad at
Shaggy.
that.
You
You got the Spike Lee hat on your shirt.
That's right. That's right.
Jordan shirt.
Michael
Rashid
Jordan.
said he's not that good on defense. Rashid said he's not that good of a defensive player.
Rasheed was high, brother. Rasheed was smoking that shit, brother.
I think Michael Jordan was probably the best defender in the NBA during his time, for a lot of his time.
I mean, Michael Jordan controlled the game defensively.
He caused chaos. I got that, don't worry.
Like here's the thing, right? You know when you're the guy, you put just you being out there, you put the battery in some people's back. Right? Like when you start cooking people, like, or people know that you're the dude, people come at you. They have a different type of energy sometimes. So yes, at times Jordan got cooked. It happens to the best of us. But often there's certain people that when they go against their best, they play their best. You know? Mm-hmm. So at times Jordan got scored on. But at the same time, Jordan shut down a lot of people in that process. But yes, Iverson crossed him. Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf had 55 on him. John Stark had a huge playoff game against him. Like, Clyde had some good big games against him. Yes.
Also, when you're doing that much on offense, there's times that you're gonna
Drazen Petrovic had 53 on him.
He also has a Defensive Player of the Year award.
Yeah, which she don't have. You know what I mean? Like, dog, here's the thing, man. I get it. You're from Detroit. You don't like Jordan. Just say that. Like, I would respect that than saying something ridiculous.
I think Bill Laimbeer said something like that before about, even though Bill Laimbeer played for the Pistons. I think he just kept it. No. I think he just kept it real.
Oh, yeah. I respect Bill Laimbeer, bro. Yeah. Just say that.
Yeah.
Like, dog, I say it all the time. Like, I know LeBron's good. I don't like him. I don't want him to win.
You don't know him.
I met him once. I told you that.
When he dunked on you?
No, the other time when I actually met him. The other time when he dunked, I don't know if that was LeBron.
You could have found out there if that was LeBron.
I could have actually.
Yeah, was that the name of your team? The team?
I mean, I forget the name. It was Ohio State Sophomores. That's what they were called.
That's a terrible name, by the way. Ohio State
Sophomores in Ohio. And they were a year younger than us, and they cooked us. A year younger than us in school and cooked us.
You know who's cooking up right now? The LA Clippers. And Ash was super critical of the James Harden trade. His takes aren't aging well, but that's okay. Somebody came up to me, was at a Fashion Week event. They said, I don't really agree with that guy Ash's takes. And I told them the internet agrees with Ash's take. There's a big faction. There's an Ash hive out there.
People fuck with me, man. My fans go heavy. Like, dog, at the end of the day, man, I'm saying real shit. That's how I feel. And like,
wait, time out though. When you say that you're saying real shit, are you implying that whoever you're talking about or whoever you're talking to is not saying real shit?
No, I'm saying that I say what I feel is real to me. That there's a significant amount of people out there that just spit stuff that they've heard that isn't really truly their opinion. You know what I mean? Like
give me like a regular take that you believe some people say but might not really be their opinion.
A take that other people say that might
like
not
you think yeah, they're just saying that LeBron is the GOAT.
LeBron is the GOAT. LeBron's the GOAT. Like I think that like, okay, no, let me give you a better one actually. Kobe is not top 10.
Yeah,
Like-
that's a bad take.
Like it's
I mean,
just like
yeah, it's a bad take.
I don't know what happened throughout the NBA media.
We always go back to Kobe,
Where-
but it is interesting that it's his ranking is polarized.
It's just like I don't understand what happened though, where somebody smart or who we consider to be smart started just throwing Kobe out of the top 10. And then so many people just went, "Oh yeah, that makes sense." And now that's a narrative. But there's also another narrative of players who played with Kobe, played with LeBron, some of them also played with Jordan, and are like, yeah, there's no way Kobe's not top 5. Like, some people put him in top 3. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, T-Mac just recently said, like, how do you have, if Jordan's the best and Kobe is the closest thing to him, how is he not 2? You know what I mean? Which I don't know if that's a great argument, but like, it's hard to, like,
It's not a great argument.
you know, but at the same time, like, he's like, I played against all of these guys. He's like, Kobe's he's number 2 to me. Jordan's 1, Kobe's 2. And there's a lot of players that see Kobe's right up there, you know? But at the same time, like Gil says, Kobe's right up there. Gil says Kobe's 3, I think.
Yeah, Gil says a lot of stuff.
You know? Gil's getting validated. People talking about Gil, like people talking about Gil potentially coaching because of his takes are so strong. You know, he does say some interesting things from time to time, man. He said, what did he say recently? That was a really good take. I think he said that Shaq ruined history, right? And he said Shaq ruined history because before Shaq, you know, there was a new wave of centers that were coming into the NBA. Chris Webber, Tim Duncan, Keith Van Horn, and all of these guys turned into 4s because they couldn't compete with Shaq. Like back in the day, your power forward was 6'8", 6'9", 6'7", and your center was a 7-footer. Shaq is what introduced 6'10", 6'11", 7-foot power forwards like KG.
Mm-hmm.
And that is why he believes now that the 5 position has been phased out. Because so many people like KG, Tim Duncan, all these people revolutionized what a 4 was, and players that height wanted to be 4s as opposed to 5s. They started playing a whole different brand of basketball. You know? That was his take. And I was like, I'm not saying that that's absolutely right, but that's a very interesting thought process to get there.
It's interesting, but a lot of it is the Warrior style of play. Kind of made it tough for like a lumbering center to play defense in the modern game. I think the European influence on basketball has a lot to do why there's, you know, not the traditional 5 because a lot of their 4s used to stretch.
Yeah.
You know? And I think analytics has something to do with it as well. Like more 3s, you know. But even bigs could shoot 3s now, but, you know, you're not going to – the value of a post-up, what is it? I mean, Rick Carlisle said, you know, it's not valuable to post up Porzingis, and he's not the only coach that thinks that way. I don't know if Shaq's the reason.
Well,
I mean, just because
he said Shaq is the reason why certain players turned to 4s, and
That's
then
fair.
4s became the position that people want. 4s were not a desired position to be played prior to Shaq.
Well, everybody wants to be a guard.
Everybody wanted to be, or a center. Like centers were like that was the position. Like back in the day, center was everything. Point guard and center.
Growing up in New York,
Like
for me personally,
Michael Jordan revolutionized the shooting forward. It was a shooting guard position. Like it was a point guard and center was where everybody wanted to play prior to Michael Jordan. Then the shooting guard blew up after Michael Jordan. I grew up. I was like, I want to be a shooting guard. That's all I want to do because of it became this popular position.
That's true.
No one cared about the small forward position. No one cared about the power forward position, right? And then
I think that's more true than
Shaq came in and Chris Webber switched to a power forward, right? Tim Duncan came in, was supposed to be a center, switched to a power forward. KG switched to a power forward. These guys were all supposed to be centers. And then that power forward position started being that cool position, you know? And then LeBron came in and really revolutionized the small forward. The small forward position was like a position that nobody really cared about for a very long time.
Now Kawhi's bringing it back.
Yeah, you know, but Paul, your boy Paul, yes, LeBron did that for the small forwards, you know, but LeBron's not even a small forward. He's an all position type of guy.
Could do it all, man.
Do it all until you got to win another championship.
He won a bunch. How you feeling about the Clippers, man? You think they can win it all?
No,
They can't win it all is a crazy take. The Clippers can't take it all is a crazy take, my guy. They can't?
I mean, like everyone fully locked in, no injuries, no. But if someone gets injured, Jokic gets hurt, or I think they could. If even playing field for everybody, I don't think the Clippers have a chance.
You know, the Knicks and them are like the two hottest teams in the league before the Knicks lost to the Lakers and they had some injuries.
It's easy to be hot going into the fucking All-Star break when nobody's trying.
So this is all meaningless, what the Clippers are doing right now.
I'm not saying it's meaningless. There's definitely meaning to it. The Clippers are playing absolutely phenomenal. They're the hottest team in the NBA right now, and they're gaining a ton of confidence.
And a lot of this is because of James Harden, right?
That's the scariest part.
James Harden putting people in place.
Kawhi's playing incredible right now. Like Kawhi is playing.
No, of course, Kawhi's the biggest piece, but James Harden is helping to put those pieces in place with his game managing that they needed.
I think all of them are honestly playing really well right now. You know, James Harden is definitely being more. It's flowing way more than I thought it would.
Ball movement's great.
Yeah, they're doing well. I mean, but see me at the playoffs, bro. Let me see me. I don't want to talk. The regular season don't mean nothing until the playoffs start, bro. Like that's like
the regular season doesn't mean anything until the playoffs start. Explain.
Like I'm saying, like all of the things that you do in the regular season, right, get invalidated or validated by your playoffs performance. Nobody remembers those incredible seasons that the Dallas Mavericks had or Dirk had when they lost in the first round of the playoffs, right? Everybody remembers Jokic's incredible numbers now because of the run he had in the playoffs when he won the championship, you know? So that's what happens. Like people don't remember how great even Karl Malone was in the regular season and how great people forget that team that people go, oh, Jordan had no competition. That Utah team, I think, is a top 10 in the history of the game in terms of records, back-to-back seasons. That was a great regular season Utah team. And now people say, oh, Jordan had no competition. Literally one of the best 10 teams regular season-wise in the history of the game. That Utah Jazz team twice in a row, 2 seasons in a row. So...
Yeah. John Stockton, toughest guy Gary Payton ever had to guard.
Exactly. But yeah, so like I said, your regular season don't mean anything until you prove what you did in the playoffs. You know what I mean? Like it just gets validated. You know, if you have certain expectations in the playoffs and you don't at least accomplish those expectations, like that's what it is. Like, what are the Knicks' expectations this playoffs? Like, what should we expect from the Knicks? Because people have ridiculous expectations for the Knicks, and they're talking like the Knicks are going to win a championship this year.
They have a chance to win the East if everybody stays healthy.
Win the East, get to the East, the NBA
finals. Yeah.
What's that chance? Like when you say a chance, what percentage?
If
you put
everybody stays healthy, they might have the third best chance in the East.
Okay, what was that? Put a percentage on that. Like, what do you actually? I don't. When you say they, yes,
give me the percent.
Third best chance. But like,
if everybody stays healthy, 15% chance.
15% chance.
Everybody's.
That's what y'all banking on?
Who's y'all though?
Y'all Knicks fans. You. And you. Look at you behind you, bro.
You put these posters up, my guy.
Bro, you a Knicks fan, bro.
My son likes the
He's from New
SGA poster,
York.
so I'm glad you put the SGA poster.
Oh, your son watches basketball?
Yeah, he likes SGA just because he's doing this with it. He's like, SGA does this because the poster's there. That's all he knows, man.
Oh. Does he play?
Yeah, I'll send you some video. Oops. But yeah, no, they got a chance though. Tell me why that you don't think they have a chance when they were the hottest team in the league and they didn't even have Alec Burks and Bogdanovich yet.
I just think that they're a team that, based off of coaching, based off of the type of players that they have, they're going to play as hard as they do in the playoffs as they do in the regular season. And I don't think that's the case for most teams now. You know, I just don't think people put the same effort. People have conditioned themselves to kind of coast a little bit when they need to, turn it up when they need to. That's just how.
So you're saying the Knicks are always going full throttle?
They have a coach that's their style. They also have a bunch of underappreciated players that, like, they're always trying to prove something. You know, no matter how good Julius Randle's numbers are, people like me are gonna call him trash. So, like, he has something to prove all the time. Jalen Brunson, he's currently absolutely incredible. What are people saying? Well, this is what he's not good at. They're not saying what he's good at. They're saying, well, this is what you can't do with him. This is as far as you're gonna get with him. People are putting limitations on who Jalen Brunson is as a player already, right? People have said, oh, you can't win a championship with him as the best player on the team. Oh, you like, no matter how good he is, they're like, well, the Knicks need a bigger piece. They need a big guy. They need to trade them first-round picks to get a superstar. Bro, this dude could be your superstar, but they're limiting him, right? So you have all these people who will constantly have chips on their shoulders, right? Players that have been traded multiple times. DiVincenzo, he has proven on every team that he's been good.
Yeah.
No matter what, he still gets shipped off. You know what I mean? Alex Burks, dog's been shooting 40-something% from three probably for the last 4 seasons and getting shipped every single year. You know? Bogdan, he's kind of been a journeyman since he left Utah, but he's a great player. You know what I mean? Like, you have all these guys like with kind of like underappreciated value. Harkenstein, you know, like who else?
OG?
I mean, he was kind of a late bloomer. You know what I mean? So, like, yeah, underappreciated guys that are, like, trying to prove themselves. So, like, they have a certain type of grit, right, that everyone starts to get during playoff season. So I think that edge that they have will level itself out in the playoff season. And then where it comes down to, I think they're beating teams off of that grit right now. But that levels up a little bit more in the playoffs where now it's just real talent. And granted, they have gained so much more talent.
So
But I
is the
still
playoffs
think
more
that-
about talent or more about grit?
It's both, but I really think you have to give an edge to today's game, talent, right? And I think grit in the 90s, talent more now today.
Well, the Knicks were all about grit, and they couldn't beat out the talent in the 90s.
In the 90s.
Even in the 90s.
I mean, they had some talent too. I mean, that team was great.
I mean,
that
but
team that went to the finals was a great team.
they didn't have.
If they didn't have Patrick,
they
if
didn't
they
have-
had Patrick Ewing, they would have won.
Not yet. I mean,
They had a chance.
Patrick Ewing himself is underrated. Like, he carried a fair.
100%.
Yeah.
He does not get the credit. And that's the same thing I was saying. If you don't validate yourself with a championship,
But-
so much of what you've done gets
But you know what he didn't have?
invalidated.
He didn't have Ron Harper, Tony Kukoc, Scottie Pippen.
He also didn't have great players. Like
Yeah.
people.
That's what I'm
people-
saying.
Like people
But
like
you just said they were super talented.
I'm talking about. You're talking about. So we're talking about two different teams. I'm talking about the 99 team that went to the finals.
Oh, okay.
That team was talented. You know, Allen Houston, Latrell Sprewell, Marcus Camby, like, you know, that team was talented. LJ, you know, Patrick got hurt. If they had Patrick, they had a
was
chance.
old. Patrick was older too.
He still was a great player. Like he still was a valuable asset on that team. You know what I mean?
He wasn't quite in his prime though.
He wasn't quite in his prime, but he would have helped that team. Like at the very least, he would have. You know, like that's the reason that team lost is because they went up
He
against.
was almost Orlando
They
Magic.
went up
Pat
against
Ewing.
two really big men, which they needed Patrick. So they went up against prime Robinson. You know, kind of prime, basically prime Robinson, right? End of his
And
and
Timmy Tim.
and then early second year Tim, who was going into his prime, right? So
Who was priority in his prime in a lot of ways. And
he was 48 years old at that point. He was like 4-year college student, and then came into the league, and that was second year, so he was like 24, 25.
What an interesting guy.
But yeah, so like. But I mean, they had a chance, bro. I think if they had Patrick Ewing, they could have won. They could have won in China. They had talent on that team, But the '90s teams, the early mid '90s teams, they weren't talented. Like, Mace was good.
They had like a few All Stars one year. John Starks, I think Oakley was All Star. Like '94.
I don't even think. Starks did make one All Star team.
The year Jordan wasn't playing.
Yeah. Starks made the All Star team. Starks wasn't that good of a player. Starks overachieved on that team.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he played well for the Knicks, but he overachieved. He wasn't he was an undrafted player, I believe.
Played in the CBA.
Yeah. He was like
Which was basically like the G League.
Yeah. So he wasn't. No one expected him. He didn't do anything before the Knicks. He didn't do anything after the Knicks. But I mean, he had some great playoff moments. So he'll live in Knicks lore forever. But he'll also live in Knicks infamy. For that, for 15
Rockets,
games,
right?
Like that was crazy.
Yeah.
So, but at the same time, like he wasn't supposed to be there. He's not that good of a player. You know what I mean? So like
remember how hard he used to guard Jordan and get cooked?
6'3". I saw him. He's actually bigger than I thought he was.
Yeah, he's
like a big 6'3", 6'4".
He wasn't small.
Yeah. Big
NBA.
hands.
I mean NBA 2 guard.
Back then.
Yeah. Those guys were big.
Yeah.
We just lost ourselves.
Oh, I was waiting for you. Oh yeah. Okay, so what's next?
Yeah, I don't know.
Let's look it up. We can look it up.
That's true.
Oh,
All-Star 3-point contest coming up. Who you got, Steph or Sabrina?
Oh, Sabrina gonna win.
No way. Why do you think that?
I mean, it's just a shooting contest. Like Steph is a better shooter in a game, but like Sabrina can really shoot, bro. Like she can really shoot. Fam, she went 29 for 31, brother. That's crazy.
Bright lights though.
But, I mean, is that not bright lights? That was a 3-point contest. It's just not, like NBA lights are a little bit brighter. Yeah.
They are.
But she plays. I've watched her play a bunch of times. She
could.
Center.
Yeah.
She could. Bro, I watched her warm up, right? Like, this is a shooting contest. So, like, I mean, if Steph shoots how he regularly shoots, I think Sabrina's going to win. If Steph cooks, because Steph can go on a
You're saying it could go either way.
I said if I had to put my money on it, I put on Sabrina, because I think if they both have average performances, I think Sabrina will outshoot him. But Steph has the ability to get hotter than anybody, but so does she. You know what I mean? But like, I think when Steph gets hotter, it puts so much pressure on the next person to shoot. So I think if Steph shoots average, I think she can get him. But if Steph has a crazy performance off rip, I think that the pressure was going to be too much on her. But I've watched her. I went to a whole bunch of WNBA Finals games at the Barclays Center. Watch her warm up. She really can shoot, like next level shoot.
Yeah.
She's by far the best shooter in the WNBA. Yeah, she could really shoot. But WNBA got some shooters, man.
Yeah,
like,
they can
those
shoot.
Those girls are good, man.
You think women just shoot better than men?
I think overall, yes. But at the same time, like, it's a different type of shooting. You know what I mean? It's like, more comfortable situations, they shoot better. Like if the like spot up, catch and shoot, absolutely, I think. But like men could shoot off the dribble way better. You know what I mean? Off the bounce, off like, different circumstances. But the game is played so different. Women don't force shots like they force in the NBA. So I think sometimes when you see a guy hitting a ton of forced shots, you think he's a better shooter because that's a tougher shot to shoot. But women just don't shoot that many shots. It's more of a similar to the European game, ball movement, getting open shots.
It's a skillful sport.
It's definitely more skillful game, and so
women's basketball is a beautiful game,
bro. I went to a ton of WNBA games and they're fun. Like it wasn't like I was like, oh, I want to go to WNBA games. It was an opportunity. I have a friend of mine. My wife has a friend who is a GM for the New York Liberty.
Oh, so we got to go to a game.
Yeah, she get us tickets, man.
Yeah.
Every summer. So
courtside only. Like he's with us, co-hosts. They only sit courtside.
We sit right behind the players' bench, so it's like kind of courtside.
Okay.
Yeah.
We could deal with that.
Yeah. So it's because it's like of the team. You know what I mean? It's like team.
We just don't. We don't sit up there.
So it's right behind the players' bench.
Okay.
So I get to be right behind Sabrina. And first of all, those women are big, man.
Yeah.
Like they're like Breonna Stewart. I think she might be taller than you.
How's the girl from? How big is the girl from London? She's big.
Oh, which?
I forgot her name. Cambridge, maybe is her name.
Oh, so Australia.
Australia. Sorry.
Yeah.
She's
so
big,
Cambridge.
right?
Yeah, Liz Cambridge. She's 6'8", 6'9".
Yeah.
I haven't seen her in person.
But she looks like.
I don't even think she's in the league anymore. She's.
Della Don is foregoing her. You heard about that? She's just not going to play this year.
Oh, she isn't?
Yeah, she's taking a step away from the game.
For any
No idea.
Yeah,
Yeah.
WNBA is tough, man. It's a tough league. Like those girls. It's just a tough league. It's fucking. I feel bad for WNBA players, man. I really, truly do. Like I don't think there's. It's really sad because I don't think there's any other women's sport that no matter what they do, they get compared to men. Like women's soccer players do something good and people go, oh, that's dope.
Why is that?
Women, like, I don't know what it is, but I don't, like, every single time a women's basketball player gets some credit, they compare them to men and they go, well, Michael Jordan did this in a week.
There's a couple of reasons, maybe. First of all, the other major sports like baseball and football, they don't have leagues that we know about, at least for women, right?
Okay, so they have softball. You know what I mean? Like,
well, yeah, so that doesn't get compared.
Yeah, so that doesn't get compared.
You know what it is? Do you think also,
like, I mean, there's other sports. There's like tennis. Like,
people love
women's tennis is more popular than men's tennis.
Well, women's figure skating, right? Is
you
more
know what
popular
I mean?
than
Like, so you talk about that. Women's soccer has been in this country historically better than men's soccer, or more successful than men's soccer.
Right.
Like, and people love women's soccer. They don't compare what they do, even though yes, the men could beat the women in soccer, but the women in their own category succeed, and people give them credit.
What's the storyline in the NBA right now? You feel like that could grab people's attention and keep fans interested in the NBA? Because you were talking about the regular season, not being as interesting as it used to be. Like, do you feel like there's a way to create storylines within the regular season to make it more interesting?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, storyline right now is who's really the best big man in the league, which like Joker just won the championship. People consider him the best player in the league, while Embiid is absolutely was dominating, tearing the league up. So like the best case scenario, right? Embiid doesn't get injured, plays phenomenal. Sixers get all the way to the finals. Denver gets all the way to the finals. Now we can truly see who the best big man in the game is, because some people say it's Jokic, some people say it's Embiid. So that would be the best storyline of the year, I think, personally.
I feel like a big storyline is how bad the Warriors and the Lakers are. I feel
Well,
like
that's
that's
the media storyline. That's not nobody the NBA does not do well if the Lakers and the Warriors are bad. It's bad for the NBA, no matter what people say. Steph Curry is one of the most popular players. LeBron James is one of the most.
Is it
popular
more
players.
important for the Lakers and Warriors to be good than the Knicks to be good?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Right now, like that's right now. The success of those two guys are what's propping up the NBA. I mean, these young players are great, but like I think often we think about the NBA from the perspective of people who are like very, very in-depth fans, right? The NBA is trying to target casuals. People talk about casuals all the time. That's where they get their success. People like us, no matter what the NBA's ratings are, we're going to watch. No matter who's good, we love fishing out, this second-year player that nobody knows about, Jalen, Williams and whatnot, like how he's going to, like, we're going to love the game no matter what. If that's one of the best players in the game, we're going to fish that guy out.
I don't even think the casual fan knows about SGA yet.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Most
yeah.
casual fans don't know about Ant.
Until they like do big work in the playoffs or the finals, yeah.
So it's like the casual fans are Steph, LeBron, KD type people. Giannis maybe. So it's like they need those guys to be up there. They don't want to see, even though as a real fan, you want to see SGA get to the finals. The NBA does not want a Oklahoma City, New York Knicks finals. That is like a nightmare for the NBA, right? Like, no disrespect to those guys, but that would be an absolute nightmare for the NBA because nobody would watch it.
You think Denver being in the finals is a nightmare?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think now that Jokic has proven himself, if they got there again, it's a little bit better than last year. But last year it was a dud finals. Nobody wants to see Denver and Miami.
Yeah.
That's just what it's great. I'm actually happy that there's parity and that happened. You know what I mean? But that's not in the best interest of the NBA. You know what I mean? They don't want to see that. They want to see Steph and LeBron go at it again, even though they can't. But that in the Western Conference Finals, which they did, right? 2 years ago? Yeah, it was 2 years ago. Or last year, right? Last year they got there. Yeah. That was, I think, the highest rated series, because that's what people want to see. So
Doesn't look like the Bucks might get there this year.
Yeah, but but this year I think there could be a case to be made that Jokic is already a star. People know him. He gets there. Embiid, he's not a superstar, but I think most people know who he is. Even the casual fan knows Embiid. And if they got to play in the finals, I think that's a juggernaut matchup. That's probably best case scenario. But Knicks in the finals is worst case scenario. I looked up the other day. I looked up Jalen Brunson on Instagram. This man got 200,000 followers. 200,000. This is the star player on the New York Knicks, one of the biggest markets. He got 200,000 followers only. That's craziness.
That is.
You know what I mean? So it's just like he's just not a popular guy. Julius Randle. I look up Julius Randle. Julius Randle's got like 300,000.
He played for Lake Show at one point.
Yeah. These guys aren't popular. So it's sad, but that's
some players don't know how to utilize social media. That's part of it too.
Well, some players also aren't big enough that they can have like a team controlling it.
It's not that expensive to have a social media guy.
Yeah, but it's like it's also like
it's not important to them.
If you care about it, you're gonna go out and seek it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
But if you get to a certain point, it comes to you. You know what I mean? Somebody goes, "Hey, we're gonna take care of this for you."
It should be at that point for them.
Not Jalen Brunson,
because that could create opportunities.
Absolutely. Dog, it's crazy. People talk about, well, if you go to a big market, blah blah blah, you're gonna blow up. Like Jalen Brunson's not blowing up. Like he's becoming more popular, but he's not blowing up. Like I don't even see billboards of Jalen Brunson. I don't see no commercials. Like, bro, what is going on?
I see a few commercials, but it's mostly MSG Network.
Yeah. You know, like
Jokic starting to do some commercials though. I saw.
yeah, Jokic's a funny guy. I like it.
Yeah.
Jokic, man. What if Jokic just dominates?
I want to see that. So I was on my other podcast, Adam Mares of Locked On Nuggets pod. He talked about how the window is still open for Jokic to become the GOAT. But I asked him. It's not like he brought this up out of nowhere, to be fair, you know?
Like the GOAT?
Yeah. Like, let's say he wins 6 more chips.
6. No. I just don't think. I don't think Jordan's legacy is gonna be touched. I just like, it's just too. It's just too. It seems too perfect, even though it wasn't. It just appears too perfect. Like the thing about Michael Jordan, man, is like. So. I think the greatest people at certain things, right? Even though they might be considered a specific type, like an athlete, right? The greatest people at anything are incredible artists as well too. Michael Jordan was an artist, right? I think that is something that he doesn't get enough credit for. The way he played basketball was absolutely beautiful. It was magical. It was art-like. You know, he painted like look at that dunk right there. Like look at what he's doing with his legs and his hands, right? His mouth, it looks like he's actually flying. He gave the impression. He did so many, like he had like a paintbrush out there. You know what I mean? And because of that, it appeared like he was way better than he was, even though he was already great. It just looked like when somebody's out there and it's masterful, you have this eye test. You give them this eye test, and it looks like they're better than they actually are. That's why, like Paul George looks masterful out there. Kyrie, they look masterful out there. So they appear better than they really are. It looks easier than it truly is. Like there's some people that play and it looks, even though they're this is how they play, it looks laborious. You know what I mean?
Draymond.
There's just something like Patrick Ewing didn't have a pretty game. It looked laborious. You know what I
Tim
mean?
Duncan not especially pretty, right?
Exactly. It looked laborious. But like at the same time, like that's just how they played. But Michael Jordan, when you have a pretty game and it makes it look effortless. So you dominating somebody makes it look so much crazier because it doesn't look like you're going that hard. It looks like you're having fun out there. So because of that, Michael Jordan probably has the greatest eye test in the history of the game. If you didn't know anything about stats, championships, and you just watched players play basketball, you'd be like, oh, that guy's probably the best just by watching it.
Or Wemby.
No. Wemby just looks the most gifted. He looks like he's tall, you know what I mean? But like if you watch somebody, you go, oh, that guy, bro, you know what I mean? LeBron stands, you know the Michael Jordan Ultimate Mixtape?
Yeah.
Right?
It's on YouTube.
That's on YouTube. It's like 32 minutes of just like the craziest fucking. You know what I mean? LeBron stands that I've showed that to, and they'd be like, "Oh shit, I didn't know he was like this." Because there's so many early highlights of Jordan, super athletic. Most people see Jordan and they see Last Dance Jordan. Like that's what they think of Michael. They go, "Bro, Michael Jordan, he had no game. Yo, bro, LeBron who killed this dude. He just had a fadeaway." People didn't see early Jordan that was a fucking freak.
Well, I mean, I grew up watching Michael Jordan's Playground, so
yeah.
That
but I'm talking about young people.
Yeah.
So I showed them that, and their mouth hits the ground. They go, "Oh, fam, I haven't seen
I can't believe they haven't seen that though.
A lot of people haven't. There's like, even though it's out there, like, I mean, Jordan's team put that shit out there, because.
Oh, you think?
Oh, absolutely. Just like you put The Last Dance out there.
So that YouTube account's from Jordan.
It's it's the NBA, but like it's on the NBA's website. But like Michael Jordan had a hand in that. You know what I mean? Because like it's like.
You think Mike was on his iPad that he was laughing at people on? Like, yo, pick this one.
Bro, nah, it's just like Mike's like, yo, you gotta let people know. Like, dog, Michael Jordan, it's good for the NBA that Michael Jordan is still so popular. Like, that's how much influence that guy has. You know what I mean? So it's in their best interest to still iconicize Michael Jordan. But, bro, Mike's early shit was like, even me, I didn't watch Mike's early shit because I wasn't old enough. I caught Mike 92 on.
Yeah.
But so when I watched that, when I watched all that shit from the 80s, dog, it was
84 to 90 was a real thing.
bro.
Yeah.
He was incredible, bro. Like it doesn't even, some of the stuff he did doesn't even make any sense.
What was his best year, you think? Like we agree
Best basketball player?
Yeah, we agree that LeBron, it was like second stint in Cleveland. Like, what was that? I always, you know what I like? You know what Jordan I like? 93.
92 is his best Jordan. Like Olympic, like so no, 93, you're right. That's his best Jordan.
Yeah.
So
The athleticism and the mental came at a peak.
like, first of all, Olympic Jordan was the best Jordan ever. Goatee Jordan was the best Jordan ever.
Goatee Jordan.
Goatee Jordan was,
I think he had
bro,
the sevens on, right? Yeah.
oh my God, that dude was nasty, bro. That
I mean,
dude
he was always nasty.
Absolutely. That dude was peak powers, bro. The Olympic Jordan, like, I don't know what it is. When niggas come back from the Olympics, they got new blood, bro. They got new energy. And a lot of people cooked after the Olympics.
You know, it's
Wade
funny,
cooked
like,
after the Olympics.
they-
Melo cooked after the Olympics.
They talked about Jordan burnt.
Ant's cooking after the Olympics.
Yeah, they talked about Jordan burnt out after that, and he left, you know, whatever, to go play baseball. I mean, obviously, some of that, unfortunately, was because his dad passed. But, I mean, right before that, he didn't look burnt out to me. Like, that was Jordan at his best. Because the athleticism and the mental side of the game peaked together.
Yeah. I don't think I think he didn't burn out playing basketball. He burnt out being an NBA player, right? All the media, like, because your dad gets killed. People think that it's on you. I mean, people to this day still think it's on him, right? His gambling stuff, right? That's the conspiracy.
Do you believe that? Do you think there's any % chance of that?
Yes.
So
I
you
don't
say
know.
it's
I don't
not-
know if I completely believe, but I definitely believe there's.
So it's not off the table for you.
The story doesn't make any sense at all. It really doesn't make any sense at all from the perspective of the killers. There were 18-year-old kids or 19-year-old kids, super young kids. They want to rob his dad's
But
car.
what were they saying? Jordan couldn't pay his debts? Jordan could pay his debts. Like, usually,
At that point in Jordan's career, he wasn't making that much money, first of all. But I don't.
Nike? Yeah, not from basketball, from Nike.
I heard this dude was at the tables every fucking night putting up millions. Like, dog, at the same time he's getting paid from he's getting paid 1.5 from the Bulls.
Yeah, but that's not where he made his money.
He's getting his Nike stuff. He's getting his
Hanes
stuff,
Wheaties, Gatorade. He was getting to the bag.
But
guy.
like at the same time, I don't know. I mean, but it beyond like couldn't pay them. Might not be he couldn't pay them. Jordan seems like the type of person, if he doesn't believe in something, he's not gonna pay it. If he thinks that he lost or somebody cheated or whatever, he seems like a stubborn motherfucker that's like, nah, I ain't paying that shit. Fuck that. You can come get it off my cold dead hands. You know, he seems like that type of energy, you know? So who knows? I'm not saying that that's what happened, but all I know is that the story with his dad doesn't make any sense at all. You know? Like, they didn't rob the car. They said they wanted to rob the car, but they didn't end up stealing the car. They didn't steal any money from him. They just saw this guy. They killed him. Then they found out later on it was Michael Jordan's dad, but they killed him for no reason because there was no motive to do anything else. It was just, there were so many weird things about it. Yeah. So.
Tough start for Doc.
Normal start for Doc. Doc ain't a good coach, bro. He needs
Who would you have brought in, though? I mean, they wanted to bring in somebody with experience.
First of all, Doc tampered to get that job. He was consulting.
Bro, I know it's crazy.
It's just like, Doc was like, man, I think you should fire
Tampered. That's called backstabbing.
Yeah, you're right. I bet you Doc was like, man, I don't know, man. I don't think they're bought into Adrian, man. You know, you got to get a guy that everyone's bought into. You know, you're gonna lose Giannis.
I wonder how really that is funny, but I wonder how it really went, like how he finagled his way into that job.
That's how he did it. I mean, anyways, man, Doc really loves coaching, man, because
He's a coach's coach.
he loves coaching. Like
But
he's got a lot. Like, bro, he's one thing about Doc that I respect. He coaches like those shooters that like don't remember misses. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, those dudes that like go 15 in a row, 15 bricks in a row, and they shoot the 16th like they're hot. That's how Doc is, man. Man, he got some misses under his belt, brother. But he's only thinking he's the type of motherfucker that like he hits 1 for 5 and he calls himself a shooter. You know?
I wonder if he's making like excuses in his head, like James wasn't all
No,
in.
I don't even think he thinks about that shit. I think he's thinking
He's
about
in the process
he's
of
just
coaching.
in the process, man. He's like, man, we get the next one. We get the next one. Like, he don't even think about that shit, bro. Doc, man.
So he's just almost like tunnel vision.
Yeah, bro. Fuck that. Like, he's like,
Oh,
where's the
irrational.
next stop.
Irrational confidence.
Rational confidence, man. He got that.
Yeah, we'll get the next one.
Yeah, he got that.
So next year he'll be looking for his next job.
100%, bro. Like, them losses they're not heavy on his chest, bro.
So you saying
he sleeps good. Like, after the 3-1.
So he's almost like a psychopath.
Yeah, after the 3-1 loss, 3-1 comeback, he slept good that night. He probably woke up, cooked a nice breakfast, didn't even turn on the TV, didn't think about it, just started applying for jobs.
You know why I think you're right? Because, bro, first of all, he was he's gonna coach the Eastern Conference All-Stars. He should give that to Tibbs. But you know why I think
That's ridiculous.
You know what nobody's talking about?
One win.
He said that's ridiculous too. There's like a meme going around like,
one win.
bro, this dude said he thinks he should just go on vacation. Bro, vacation? You just got the job.
Bro, that man, I'm telling you, man, he don't care.
He mentioned something about vacation.
He's irrational confidence, man.
Bro, he thinks he deserves a vacation.
Yo, he thinks he deserves a raise. Yo, I'm telling you, man, he's gonna get fired from there, and he's gonna be banging down someone else's door, man. He's gonna be trying to get the Boston job again after they fired Missoula.
He doesn't even think about the losses, huh?
Nah, man, he don't remember. He considers himself a winner. He's like you. You're only as good as your only win.
Okay.
Is that what you say?
That's what happened.
You don't think about the losses, man. You don't think about the L's that you got. You just think about that one win.
I think a lot of basketball players have selective confidence, a selective memory. Like a lot. You talk about pick up a lot on the show. Like there's some dudes that go home at night and only think about the makes in their head.
Yeah, man, I'm the opposite. Like I'll be on fire one day and I'll think about the 3 shots that I missed. I'll be like,
Interesting.
man.
I think about both.
Yeah. I never think about the makes, bro. Like it doesn't.
I mean, you don't feel good when you destroy everybody though.
Yeah, I mean, I overall feel good, but I'm always nitpicking. My perfection. I'm a perfectionist. I'm always like, man, I could do this. Like I'm never satisfied, no matter how much how well I play.
I think there is something to being tougher on yourself when you're playing really well, and be easier to yourself when you're playing poorly. I think that's a fair way to go about things.
Yeah, I'm not tough on myself when I'm playing poorly. You know what I mean? Like
That's what I'm saying. I think that's a good mixture to have to stay even keeled.
Yeah, I'm pretty even. Like I don't get too high, I don't get too low.
Yeah,
it's all a process for me. Just like,
I think anything in life, that's what makes you a pro.
I can turn up. The only time I get I turn up is when the competition turns up or somebody starts to like get me upset. I'm one of the I thought this was normal my whole life, but I'm one of the rare players that like I play way better when I'm mad.
Nah, I'm like that too.
Man, it's a lot of people. It's rare.
You think?
Yeah, it's really rare.
Because there's that extra effort when I really want to kill somebody.
Yeah, but it's like often the reason trash talk was invented was because people play bad mad. You know what I mean? Like that is how it even infiltrated.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Because often what like in life, right? They say to never press, right? You want to be in that flow state. You don't want to go too hard or go too or go too soft. So I often, when people get mad, they put more pressure on themselves, and then they actually don't play well. Maybe you start to get charges. Maybe you start to dribble too much. Stop using your teammates. Stop focusing as much, and then you start to make mistakes, and then that gets in your head a little bit more. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Where
I mean,
the things slow down for me when I get madder. You know, I get so controlled.
Like if I'm mad, that probably means I'm talking shit, and then I don't want to lose to somebody I'm talking shit to. Like, and I'll do anything not to lose to somebody I'm talking shit to. Like if we're in a battle, you know what I mean? Because I know I'll be so mad if we're talking shit and he beats me.
Yeah, I mean,
you know what I mean?
I understand, but it's just not everybody's like that. Most people are not like that. I realized that later on in my life because especially the few stints where I tried to coach, right? I used to say, get angry. Anger is not a fuel for a lot of people. You know, my brother is a perfect example. My brother's a great basketball player, man. And he doesn't play well angry. He likes to be calm. That's where he finds the most talent from himself, you know? Anger is just not the emotion that fuels him, you know? That's just that. And I realized that a lot of players are like that. You know, as a coach,
I don't think it's anger. I think it's my sense of urgency goes up when I get into it with somebody. That's what it is. Sense of urgency goes up.
Yeah.
You know?
But me, legitimate anger makes me play better.
Okay.
Like legitimate anger turns me up. Like I get to a whole nother level of concentration.
But then there is also more sense of urgency, right? Because of that anger.
Yeah, absolutely. But
I thought this was with everybody because if you think about it, like let's say we're playing a friendly game, right? You probably don't do that a lot, but I'm just saying, like we're kind of like messing around a little bit. There's less sense of urgency because we're kind of less mad at each other too, right? Because we're kind of friendly, we're playing around, we're not, you know what I mean? Like going through the motions.
Yeah, I'm never like that though.
I know, but what I'm saying is though,
yeah,
if you were to be like that, you wouldn't be as good, and I don't think most people would be as good. Right?
Yeah,
if you're playing friendly.
Yeah, I mean, I hear what you're saying, but like, I'm talking about like, you can talk about taking it seriously, right? Taking it seriously is completely different from legitimate anger. You know what I mean? Like anger stems from, like, you can be angry at a situation and start to take the game seriously, but I'm talking about angry at a person on the other team, right? That's a whole different type of anger where, you might be extra physical with them. You know, you might start to lose perspective and have a one-on-one type interaction with them. You know what I mean? Like where like Russell Westbrook and Ricky Rubio. When Ricky Rubio had a good game on Utah against OKC, and Russell Westbrook's talking about, "Oh, I'm about to shut this dude down next game." Ricky Rubio averages 9 points a game, sir. He had one good game. You're going to waste all your energy because you're angry to try to shut down Ricky Rubio? Like, it's a ridiculous thing. But that's someone getting mad and losing perspective, you know? Just a stupid thing. So,
yeah.
But that's what happens to people when they get mad. They lose perspective, you know? Their energy gets channeled in a specific way where sometimes they lose focus. But for me, it was always different. Like I honed in a lot more. Like I was so much more controlled. You know, it was crazy. Like I I like to get angry, you know. So it worked for me.
Well, there you have it. He's with us. We're here. I wanted to ask you one more thing, actually, but I forgot. It was about filmmaking, but maybe next time. Yeah, it had something. We'll talk about it next time. Anyway, he's with us. Don't forget to subscribe wherever you tune into the show. If you're watching on YouTube, punch down on that subscribe button, even though Ash doesn't like me using the word punch, so just tap it lightly. But we appreciate it.